Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Barrett with Espresso Outlet. Even though we have espresso in our name, we are pretty much all things coffee. So today I'm going to bring you something that is not espresso related, but I'm really excited about. And it seems like every time we meet here, I'm excited about something new. And this is so new to the market that this is prototype number 2. The other one that I have, it's off to the side here, outside the video, was one of the original prototypes. This comes from Kaleido. It comes from one of the companies that we buy our roasters from and have been really happy with their products. They have something that's not roaster related. So today I introduce the ice dripper. It's called the BeanSeeker. It's from Kaleido. And what's really cool about it is an ice dripper that's been automated. So there's cold brew and then there's an ice dripper. And at first I thought it was kind of the same thing, but really come to find out they are quite a bit different. So going just a hair into that, the cold brew is usually an immersion brew in like a toddy or something similar. This actually drips through a funnel, kind of like a V60. This machine cools the water down to near 0 degrees and it drips through like a V60 style funnel. So let's get it opened up. Really today we're just gonna do an unboxing and just kind of show what this machine is. And we're gonna follow up with some more videos about how to use it, maybe some recipes, and is this maybe something that you might be interested in? So let's get started. So I do want to give out a disclaimer that there will be a few extras that the company's included just for us to try. These probably will not come standard with this machine. That being said, we will offer something as like an additional accessory if you don't already have one. So this is designed to work with a lot of different style of brewers, but we're just gonna start pulling it out and taking that first look. So start off, there is a power supply in the top and cardboard box. There's some straws. We'll go into that in a little bit. Some warranty information. These are Kaleido's really nice V60 style funnel filters. So, man, that was a mouthful. So I've been using these. I've been using the VO2 for quite some time, and they're actually a paper filter. And even if you don't buy this BeanSeeker, you're gonna love these filters, and I think we'll probably end up starting to carry them. There is a stylus. This is kind of like a puck screen. We'll go over that in a little bit, and some silicone tubes. The other portion of the power supply. And then we'll pull out the BeanSeeker. And here it is. These are those additional adders that will be just a side accessory that don't come with it. So here's the BeanSeeker. Let's just do a quick overview of it. So on the back of the machine, there is a water port. So you'll connect a hose right here and you just feed it with just like a standard cup of water, preferably a filtered, remineralized water, something that's really good for pour over. Now the machine itself, let's come around front. The machine itself has a touchscreen in the front, which really, once you get it set up, you really only need to click the start and that's about it. And then you'll put your funnel in this middle area and then your carafe or cup on the base. And the one thing that I didn't really understand at first is this base is a scale and it's a really nice scale. So how does this machine work? You'll tell the touch screen how many milliliters per hour, so that's gonna be your flow rate. You're gonna tell it your final extraction volume, and then it's going to pre-wet the grounds and it's gonna run. And like, for example, if I set this to 250 grams as my final finished weight, this scale is going to see that it's 250 grams and it's gonna stop. So very cool, very smart machine. It is fairly small, but it's not teeny tiny. I mean, it's small, but we did ask them to make it short enough that it'll fit underneath a counter. So that was really important to us. And past that, I mean, it's been really easy to use. We're gonna do probably some more instructional type videos as we get this kicked off. Let's get it set up there real quick. Okay, as I mentioned before, we have the water inlet in the back and they provide this nice flexible hose that just simply pushes into the back. So you put this into a water cup. We'll grab one in a little bit. I did mention that the straws do kind of have a purpose, and it's kind of a strange coincidence. But if you were to take a drinking straw, they also fit into the back. Oops, let's do it this way. And you can put it down into a cup. That's another recommended way. I really like these flexible straws, but they did say that these drinking straws do fit in the back. I'm probably just gonna use them for my iced coffee drinks. So let's push that into the back and just take a really short look at the screen. Okay, so hopefully it stays nicely in focus. With the lights, they do pulsate on purpose. They look pretty neat. The first one is your extraction volume. So that's about how much you're gonna extract out of these grounds. So I usually do between 250 and 350 milliliters, and that's a really nice size cup of cold brew coffee for me. The next is gonna be your flow rate. So that's how many milliliters per hour it's going to extract. So if you do the math pretty quickly, you can tell that this isn't exactly the quickest method to brew cold brew coffee, but it's not really cold brew, it's ice drip. So quite a bit different. Make sure that stays in focus. And then the last is the water temp. So right now, it's reading just ambient temperature in degrees Celsius in the room. Ideally, we're gonna put this between 0 and 5 degrees Celsius. So it's not gonna go down to 0, because when it goes down to 0, what's gonna happen is it will freeze, and we don't want that. So it's just gonna be just barely above freezing. When you click the 0 button, since it has our carafe on it, we have our carafe on it. When we click the 0 button, it's going to zero out the machine. And that's gonna tell the machine just where its starting point is and really start from there. So when you click the start button, we don't have water in it right now. What it's gonna do is it's going to run for a minute or two. I'm not exactly sure how long, but it will run long enough that it will pre-wet that whole bed of grounds on top of that funnel and get everything nice and wet. And then it's going to start just very slowly dripping until it reaches that final finished weight. So once it reaches that finished weight of 350 milliliters, it's going to stop and it'll alert you that your brew is done. So very automated, but it's not exactly quick. So really the way I've been using this is either get up early in the morning, or I'll brew it the night before and then it's ready for me the next day. Usually I start out with a nice hot cup of coffee, espresso, and then later in the day, I'm really craving that like iced coffee drink, and this is perfect for that. So you can just let it run and just grab that iced coffee drink later in the day. But make sure to check back. We're gonna do a lot of content on this and just really kick this thing off. So thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and check back.